So they're walking in the shop and they're going to have a walk around on the narrow gauge that's in the shop right now. And Dad's got some found work, and I'm just going to shut off the radio.
Okay. But if there's anything that you don't like, you got to get hold of Ralph, eh? No, I haven't got the locks on here yet. But that's the reason why I got that up behind is so snow can't get in.
Sure, sure.
And then, say you want to work on this, you could take the whole thing off.
Yeah.
The guy that
There's a good idea.
the guy that done it all from the inside. So if those heater motors ever would have quit, I don't know how you get in there. And he was so hepped up on insulation, I had to get in there to disconnect the shift. So what I'm gonna do is gonna cut a chunk of iron, thin iron, and put it in here with 2 screws. Then you can take it out in case you ever want to get in here.
Sure, sure. That's a good idea.
So if you're satisfied with this,
Absolutely.
then what I'm going to do is I'll mark it out about here, down, like this, sand it, like mask it, prime it, sand it, and make it black.
Yeah.
It'll
So-
suit you.
No, absolutely. So,
You know, then it kind of matches up with everything else here, right?
yeah. And you know what? This girl's going for a paint anyway, so
This year?
this year.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what she needs.
Remind me to tell you after I got a good story for you on that.
Okay, so then, in that case, I won't do anything. I'll put the locks on.
Yeah, if you got some primer, shoot some primer on just so it doesn't start rusting.
Yeah, it was already
And,
painted.
Oh, okay. Well then.
You know, it's-
Yeah. Okay, then that's fine with that.
It's, you know, cheaper for you. And then,
Yep.
instead of one wire coming out here and going across, I want to drill a hole in here on each side and put this wire.
Then why you didn't use grommets?
Yeah.
Right?
Or-
Anytime you're going to run, especially through tin,
Yeah.
pop a rubber grommet, slip it
Or
through.
even silicone around. Then when it dries, it's just like a grub. So then you can take the lights off and
Yep.
I'll let plug in. See?
Yep. No, that's
Okay. You're a carburetor.
Good old one barrel wonder.
Yeah, but it's an antique.
Here, you want me to get that out of the way?
This is another one that's similar to what you got, eh? But see the neck on it?
Right.
Okay, this one has a filter in it, so you can drain it. And this one doesn't, eh? And this is made for an oil bath air breather.
Right.
And I ordered you a chrome air breather with a paper filter, eh?
Yep.
So you get more air in. And as far as this goes, you just screw a rod in there and then you put it together.
Okay.
Right here. I got you a better carburetor than that though.
Okay.
Newer. The old
Manual choke or automatic choke?
manual, because you're a
Perfect.
manual.
No, and I mean I like that system. I like that setup. Where
Choke
you
it
can
and away
just-
you go.
You're right there.
Yep. And you're not going to run away because we're going to do a compression test.
Okay.
So I hope you got an hour or two. So while Dad is talking about some of the stuff on the yellow Bombardier, this is the customer's Bombardier that he rolled into the yard a couple months ago. We've already done a couple videos on this, and Dad's just going to start going through some of the work that needs to be done on this machine. So he's going to talk a lot about this, so another long video coming here right away.
One you like the best, and that's the one you're going to get.
Okay. Maybe we should put that Chevy one in just to piss everybody off because I'm a Ford guy.
Okay, this is Pontiac.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever.
Whichever one you want, it's the one you'll get.
Yeah.
So you said you want the Chevy one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
I got a buddy that's a Chevy guy. He'll get a kick out of that.
Okay.
This is the better setup, but I can change it if you like.
No, I like the idea of being able to take it off if we're gonna work on something or do
Yeah.
anything in there.
Okay, now I gotta get a welding rod.
Gotta get a light too. Okay, Dad's gonna come in there and point some stuff out.
Okay, this is mounted more or less.
Okay.
These bolts won't be sticking up like that. That's just for mounting. They'll be, you just see the heads and they'll be painted.
Yeah.
Now, he went and welded this in here, eh? So I gotta grind that out so that the tube fits in. If you look in there, that's where your steering is, right down the bottom there.
Yeah, yeah.
So the shaft has to go in there. And I don't know why he got, you know, so insulated. Like that doesn't bother me. But everything is insulated. He's got a foot insulation.
Show him the transmission.
And
I
here-
watched the video. I
This is
saw
your-
that.
This is your brake. I never seen anything
Yeah,
like
get on the
that.
other side. Dad'll show you.
Yeah, leave the door open. This is your brake here. The rotor is okay and the bands are okay yet. So this is how it works, eh? It's on a cable system or mine are hydraulic. But I suggest you to go with this until it wears out.
Okay.
This is where your adjusting is, right here.
Okay.
And he made a little plate to take off to adjust, eh? For tightness. Did you try the brakes?
Yeah, they kind of worked, but not.
You really got to step on it though.
Yeah.
For a simple reason, it's run off a cable. Because this is expensive for me to change now. I have to take all this shit off, get a rotor made, and a caliper, cut all this shit off because I need to mount the caliper so it's straight.
Okay,
And
so it's
then-
actually easier if it didn't have one on to do it.
Yeah, oh, much easier.
Okay.
And then I have to make a frame and make the pad for the brake cylinder, because with hydraulic, you hardly got to press and you're done. Now this was covered in so much that I had a horrible time taking this out. But I'll drain it.
Didn't you say there was no oil in the diff?
No, I couldn't reach with my finger.
Oh.
It's about half full.
Okay.
And then you have to have enough oil so that you get it into the axle so the outside bearings have got oil. So every once in a while this should be checked, eh? And then you want to have it handy, you can lift it out to check it.
Yeah, you said you're putting that different floor in here to.
Well, that's your floor there. That's okay.
Okay.
It's this one here that was no good. That one went over top
okay.
of this one, and it's a lot of work. And I can put your shifter in here, no trouble.
Okay.
But the shifter's going to wind up here for a simple reason is you got the radio in here. And if I haven't got enough room, put the shifter in here.
Is this?
That's too,
This is just a tin over
yeah,
top.
yeah, but I'll cut the whole thing out. I mark it and cut it out like this so it fits in. But I can drill these and move them over if you want those plug-ins.
So, is it going to be any more difficult putting it over here as opposed to here?
Well,
And the cable and
I
everything?
can't put it here because I got nothing to cover that radio hole.
Yeah.
I would say leave I'll put a chunk of plywood in here
Okay.
and a chair, and then you can see what you
Well,
think.
no, if it's here, it's here. She'll
You know-
figure it out.
You're going to be sitting here, so your shifter's going to be right here.
She'll figure it out.
Hey?
She'll figure it out. This
Yep.
one's for my wife, so.
Oh, oh no, she'll like it. Is she tall or medium?
Short like me.
Oh, okay, so then I'm going to make this mounted here, because then her steering wheel is here.
Okay.
Usually I mount it here because then she can slide her seat up or whatever, eh?
Okay.
If you want, I can get a piece of plywood, a chair, and then bring the shifter over, and then you can see exactly where it's going to be, and you can judge by yourself what it is.
It's not the shifter so much, Ralph, as the steering wheel can't be too far. You know, if you're short, then you don't want the steering wheel that you're driving with the arms out
Yeah.
like this.
Okay.
Yeah. No, she'll learn to work the shifter.
Oh, she'll-
That's not a
she-
big deal.
Once she gets going, she'll get the hang of that easy, you know.
Yeah.
All right, come take a look at your insulation. So this was all caked in. This is what came out of just that hole right here. Look.
That's why it was so nice and quiet.
Yeah, but
The thing is, it's almost like it's glued on there.
it doesn't give the
Well, I bet you the heat over time probably.
it doesn't give your transmission enough time to cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then remember you had a big wad of insulation in there.
Yeah. So
Okay, so what I'll do is, I got fireproof insulation that'll go in there. I'll just cut a block
okay.
and put it in and glue it.
So
and
that's
good.
why that was stuffed in there, was just
Yeah.
to try to keep the air out.
Well, actually,
See this stuff on the wall here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fireproof insulation. It's about this thick.
Okay.
I put it in there. Get the shifter in and start putting it back together, but I'm gonna leave this open, eh? And on your cover that goes here, I'll put that R12 insulation under this board.
Okay.
That's the one, eh?
Okay.
That'll deafen it. All you want, all
Yeah.
you need.
Just absorb it. Okay. That's a good idea.
okay, show him the valve cover and everything else there and all the other insulation we pulled out of there.
No, I haven't moved this yet. I'm just threatening.
Yeah.
This and this are going to go up here
Yeah, you were telling me
because
that.
your batteries are in there, and you have a switch. Now, this one here has got a bad fit here, and this one is beyond repair. It's wrecked. Eh?
Oh, that's why you had no cap in there.
Yep. And this is
Okay.
this is what you're going to get. Those new gaskets. That's for your
And that's that rubber one you said, right?
yep.
Okay.
For the cam. This is the latest. It's twice as heavy. And when you go to put oil in,
Very good. Look at that.
how does that look?
Yeah.
All there was before was
So
a
do we have to
rag.
put a Chevy sticker over that to match your...
We can cover it if you want.
Wasn't there, you want to show him the manifold gaskets too and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, I got all the parts, see? Now I have to take this and then,
That's going to get the light.
yeah. What are you looking at there? This here is gonna come up here.
Okay.
So your hose are in here. I'm gonna take that wire off and I'm gonna make a bracket that goes from here to here to bolt on.
Right.
And they had a spring from somewhere in here to
Yeah,
the,
to the fire extinguisher. Yeah.
okay, well that's off, eh?
Yeah.
So this will be cut off. And for me to get at the starter here, if you look,
Yeah, it's right down in here, eh?
I have to take the exhaust off, eh?
Okay.
If you look in there, you'll see. I just wanted, I'm saving
Yeah.
this because I'm showing it to you before it get going.
Yeah, yeah.
This guy done a lot of good work, but he didn't think about the next step all the time, or if you want to service it. You see here where you put the lights in and the tank.
We showed this
It's
in a
running
previous
there.
video.
Well, that shorts out
It's on the
above
other
your
side of
wiring,
this hole.
especially by the gas tank.
Yeah, that's
Here's
last
the
place
problem.
You were dead short.
This is upside down.
I was wondering why they were like that. I thought maybe he just liked the style looking like that.
No, it's supposed to be turned the other way. So All move them, and then when you do the body work, it'll be easy for them to take it off, and the wiring is going to be up here.
Yeah, we'll probably put an LED one in there after.
Yep.
So you want to leave like this, or do you want us to move it?
No. Well, it's up to him. But if you're going to do body work, tanks have to come out anyway. It's up to you. Like I'll change them around to where they should be.
Might as well, because if it sits, just in case,
Just in case something
if he
doesn't
decides
happen.
not to change them, or
Yeah.
if they're gonna paint and leave those for now.
See, the ratchet on this so heavy that's buggered. And that's a PCV valve that doesn't go down hang on the side of the motor. That hooks to either the carburetor or the air breather to pull the gas out of the.
Why would you have to crank so hard on that, though?
Well, over the years, this is 59.
Yeah, that's true.
But the motor is not 59.
Yeah, they never had a.
They didn't
Never
have
had
the
a 300 in here.
No, they're flatheads. See. This one here, at least you can get at everything. Some of these guys get carried away and they weld. Then you gotta cut it off.
Yeah, if you ever gotta pull the engine out.
Yep. You got a big rad there for the transmission cooler, but actually it's a little bit too far away, but it'll work. And then these covers, when I go to put them on, I'm gonna take that glue off.
Just put a couple little machine screws.
Put one machine screw in the bottom here, because if you want to take the tank out to change a belt or something, I have to pry these off. See?
Yeah, there's a good layer on there.
It's work.
Yeah.
Good.
So now that Dad's pulled more of this apart, what are you thinking here, Chris?
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going. Okay.
Yeah, looks good.
The initial walkthrough there before, obviously Dad couldn't see
You
everything.
don't see enough. See, look in here. I'll trim that off so it's flush with the firewall there.
Yeah.
And here, and then put a good chunk of that insulation in, and you're done. You know, after the transmission and whatnot, you're not getting any, hardly any noise and no heat. Anyway, we're gonna do a compression test while you're here, just so you know what kind of shape the motor is at.
Nope, that's a good idea.